Hello and welcome to my channel, and more specifically to my discussion video. Before I start, keep in mind that this video doesn't show any official new content from Blizzard, and everything you see here is only my personal thoughts and ideas of how to improve and diversify the actual game. So let's get started. You may notice and feel that Diablo in its current state cannot offer something new, since the whole reason to keep playing Diablo is farming Paragon points in Greater Rifts. The more points you have, the higher Greater Rifts you can face, but no matter which level you play, all maps are the same and linear. I agree this type of rift is made for competitive play and leaderboards, so there is not much things to change. What could be actually changed are regular Nephilim rifts, which all players do just to farm keys and gear. I played this rift since release, and I'd say it's pretty fun to play, especially at the beginning of each season, with fresh character. But after 100 runs you can't feel this satisfaction anymore. Same to the map patterns, they just repeat over and over and over again. In addition, since they removed unique items from season, it's getting really boring to play. The only reason people still do seasons is portrait and bonus stash. Blizzard should really add something new, not updated legendary bonuses in items like before, but something unique, maybe gems, runes, or extremely rare consumable, to create a socket in a jewelry and possibly create new rift mode which would be seasonal only. As we know, there are only two types of rifts in the entire game, Nephilim and Greater Rifts. Here Blizzard could add kinda new type of rift called the Infernal Rift, which is open for example at 1000 Paragon. You may ask, so what's so different would be inside that rift? And I tell you, all the mobs inside are replaced to blue and yellow elites with brand new modifiers like immune fire, cold, life leech, or specific aura that copy one of player's spell and use it against them. Of course, to prevent lags and lots of deaths, density would be decreased in certain zones, and items drop would be more challenging and rewarding. I also came up with the idea to do different tasks in this rift, not only to kill all minions to spawn the boss, but for example to find 4 rift stones and summoning circle, where actually 2 rift guardians or even 3 are summoned to fight the players. And instead of dropping Greater Rift keys, they would drop something unique, like I said, runes, scrolls, maybe something else. And of course, for new rift we need new achievements with exclusive rewards for banner or even new portrait. And as I've mentioned before, map patterns could be a little bit different there. No, I'm not speaking about completely new zones, but instead about mixed patterns. For example, Halls of Agony plus Cathedral floors inside one floor. Or from my perspective, they could also possibly extend Drone Temple floor and include it in rifts. The first time I entered this temple I asked myself, is that all? Why it's so short? What the hell? Lack of space was also in Leoric manner, but Blizzard extended it and added some lore. To make this rift more random and surprising, we can add additional zones and floors inside one map with dead ends, where could possibly be our objectives. Those who play or familiar with Paths of Exile know that developers introduced an instance called Labyrinth. I don't want to say this, but Blizzard should copy it or alter this in its own manner, because the Labyrinth is pretty fun to play and quite rewarding. Moving next, let's discuss different set items with their builds. It is well known that some builds are overpowered, some not. Look at Rowan Crusader for example, or Natalia Vengeance, but everyone prefers overpowered builds to progress faster even if they don't like this playstyle. They do the same skills, same items while following the guides in the internet, and the whole game becomes like playing with clone players. Here I suggest not to create or revamp sets, but add an option to versatile its bonuses, if possible. I take famous bugged Firebird Wizard set as a vivid example, to show what I mean. Firebird is obviously used with fire skills to deal massive damage. Have you ever seen any viable set for Cold Element Wizard? With new feature it can be possible to change these skills into these ones. If you would like to play cold style, there is new option in Canai's Cube to convert set bonus for the cost of some rare materials. And yes, you could roll back at any time if you are tired of this build, so there is no need to look for a new set. Everything can be changed in the cube. Blizzard could also introduce dynamic weekly events and community buffs for players. Look for example at StarCraft 2 with weekly mutations or Hearthstone brawls. Such events make the game fresh and players would likely return back every week. Diablo in this case offers nothing except bounties and community buffs that were cancelled. If they would bring buffs back, they shouldn't add buffs like extra XP, gold or items. Make it similar from StarCraft 2 where enemies get some interesting affixes. Armor Rack is another addition to the game. It was discussed by the community a long time ago. This feature could give us a chance to switch builds in few clicks instead of leveling tons of similar characters, or add it right in the character window similar to World of Warcraft with the Equipment Manager. The armor rack could be obtained as a quest that gives next the Brawler or Zotunku with his Canai's Cube. I still see a lot of hidden potential in this game, but I doubt that Blizzard would release the second expansion. As we know from history, first Diablo has only one expansion, Diablo 2 has only one expansion, Diablo 3, well, only one expansion at this moment. And if they announce a new game in Diablo universe, I'll buy it anyway. Diablo 3 can be still a good game. All that needs Diablo right now is more content and unique rewards which can be obtained only in specific places like Season. What do you think about new content? Leave a like and your comment below. Thank you for watching and listening.